Game number 4 in this best-of-7 series between the Six Nations Chiefs and the ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks. Here's our starting goaltenders tonight. Doug Jamieson gets the start as he did here in game number 2, a 7-5 victory that night for Six Nations. They've been going back-to-back. Warren Hill has won in game 1, took the loss in game number 3. Over on the other side of the floor, though, could be the story of the series. Steve Orleman in net for Cobourg. Yet another game, all three of them with 50 saves or more, saved 50 of 58 shots for the victory for Cobourg in game 3. That's how we get to 2-1 for Six Nations. I'm Matthew Carrick in alongside the JVI Sports Network as we present ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks Playoff Lacrosse. And we are already underway here at the Baltimore Recreation Center with Brian Cole starting off for Six Nations. They're in their white jerseys, going left to right here in the first period. Lyle Thompson will pass it to the boards for Cody Jamieson, who did not play in game 2 here in this building last time. And the first save for Orleman, first of probably many he's going to make tonight, out of the way. Curtis Conley back the other way. No Riley Curtis, no Austin Murphy. The changes for Cobourg from their game 3 winning lineup. Niall Sear, Taylor Dooley, and Cole Hanrahan will slot in. This is Aaron Woods, who had 2 goals in that game number 3 victory. This shot bounces off the left glove of Doug Jamieson. Albany Fireworks goaltender facing off against the New York Riptide. Stopper of Orleman. Outside shot from Hanrahan. That one bounces wide, and it will be picked up here by Six Nations. Just one change for them. Eric Fennell is out. Kyle Rubish comes back in on defense. Austin Stotts, big high step. They held him goalless in that victory win. Only 1 assist is transition chance now for Cobourg. Bouncing in, Doug Jamieson will make the save. League MVP, Lyle Thompson, slowly jogging into the play. He'll give to Shane Jackson. Now quickly to the far side. This is Randy Stotts, who also had game number 2 off in this building. Comes back in, takes a big chop. Behind the back to Thompson on the doorstep. And that one's saved by Orleman. Taylor Dooley. One of 6 APs in the lineup, we're being told, for Cobourg tonight, due to a number of injuries and other situations. Tanner Buck taken down through the middle as this pass goes through Moyer. Looking to return it back for Buck, who got tripped up. Riley Curtis also had 2 goals. Again, not in the lineup tonight is Curtis. Game number 1, the offensive star was Murphy, who then had to sit out game number 2. So a lot of coming and going already in this Cobourg lineup here in this series. Conley swarmed there by Thompson. They've got 8 to get it over center. They're late in that count. And now, bit of missed decision. Nobody open for Owen down, so it will be Chiefs ball. 3 minutes into this first period, scheduled for 3:20s. Brendan Bomberry on his wrong side of the floor. We'll find Thompson again. Lyle Thompson, low shot. Orleman the save. Rebound. There is a Cobourg player breaking out, but Holden Lowe's can't get the pass from Curtis Romanchuk. Lowe's will head off in behind the ball carrier of Hanrahan. Cole Hanrahan to the far side of the floor. Too high for Carson Moyer to bring down. And will this be transitioned back the other way? Brian Coyle in behind everybody. And it's knocked down by the last man back. That's Liam Patton. Another player who did not play in game number 2. Patton finding it back to Buck, who then cuts to the net. Moyer looking for an outlet. He'll find Hanrahan jogging off the bench. They finally get the set on the floor with 10 left in their shot clock. Up top for Moyer. Moyer's going to take it himself. The shot looking low on Jamieson, and he's there to turn it aside. It's a bit of a defensive effort here in game number 2, although we've now reached the point in the series where it's gotten a little spicy, especially down the stretch. Number of 5-minute majors to the tail end of that game out at the ILA. Shot there from Bo Columbus in transition. Bounces off the leg pad of Jamison and right to Jeremy Thompson, who will bring it up. He'll stay up on offense with Shane Jackson. Austin Stotts out there in front, setting a screen. Ball to the far side to brother Randy. Double screen in front of Randy Stotts. Still no room to shoot. Turns and fires off the face of Orleman. And then Austin Stotts tried to flip it through. Austin Stotts tangled up, and it was right in front of Chris Williams, but the trail official on the far side of the floor elected to take the Cobourg player off, and I think then they're going to even it up with Austin Stotts going as well. Keep your eye on the right side of the screen here. Austin Stotts and Liam Patton get tangled up. That's where the initial penalty was called. But then Chris Williams is going to add one on the side of Austin Stotts. And we are 5-on-5. Perhaps a break for Cobourg there, although I wouldn't say it's necessarily undeserving. Some that might argue Austin shouldn't perhaps be in this game after what went on down the stretch in game number 3. Regardless, number 43 is out there and can be a game changer as he was in game number 1, where he scored 6 goals. Liam LeClaire leading the charge this time. So a high stick to Patton, unsportsmanlike to Stotts. Here's Shane Jackson. He'll cut through. No pass. It was Tyson Bell that was out there with him. And Bell going to initially save the over and back. And the ball ends up rolling through the door of the Chiefs bench. So they get a restart back here at center in the stick of Cobourg. 5.5 minutes of scoreless lacrosse so far here in Baltimore, Ontario, home of the Cobourg Kodiaks. Last time they beat Six Nations was game 1 of last year's playoffs. And that also came at the ILA. Here's a quick shot from Cole. That beats Orleman, and scoreless lacrosse no longer. Brian Cole in transition, just straight down the near side. Sees the lane open up, and that's just a quick release shot. That's going to fool Orleman. Assist to Doug Jamison. Keeping one eye on the other series going on. The Peterborough Lakers with a chance to sweep away the Brooklyn Lacrosse Club about maybe 45 minutes away from here, the Iroquois Sports Park. Home of the Ontario Lacrosse Festival this week. Randy Stotts to Cody Jamison trailing. He tries a bit of a change up as well. That hit off Orleman and out of play. Randy Stotts got taken down in that exchange. Larson sundown. Didn't appreciate it. Stotts turning and firing. Rebound to Thompson. He picks up and will slow it down with a fresh 30 seconds. Cody Jamison cuts to the corner. Back up top. Sundown. His shot off of Orleman and up out of play. On the doorstep. Quick restart for Stotts, who was by himself on the crease and shot it wide. Trying to hide behind the net now. Rowan Kelly, meanwhile, out in transition back the other way. Hunter Agus trailing. He shot wide of the mark. It bounces off the end boards right to Jamison. He's been playing summer ball a long time, and he's been doing stuff like that. Quickly up into the stick of 88. And he just stops and fires past the defender. I'm not sure that Orleman saw that as it heads into the back of the net. An early 2-0 lead here Goals were hard to come by in this building in game number 2, but quickly a pair of shots, and both of them starting in transition. We'll see if the Chiefs decide to push a little bit here. They call the goal unassisted by Jamison. This ball bounces up and out of play. Moyer over there in the face of Bell as they get play restarted. Jackson's going to cut the corner. Now the challenge for Cobourg is to keep it right here. Already not on the board. Going to need to control some of this offensive possession with only 6-0 players in the lineup tonight. Thompson got lit up after he took that shot. Austin Stott's going to give chase to Owen down, the ball carrier now. He'll leave for Aaron Woods, and now both of them head off. Woods, low shot. Jamison the save. Tim Edwards grabs the rebound, and they turn it back in transition, him and Brad Cree, but they were streaming off that Cobourg bench. So they'll wait for this high-powered Chiefs offense to get out there. Outside shot from Jamison. Orleman makes the save. Jamison looking for the rebound. Conley in there for Cobourg. Now coming in to help out Liam Patton. A back in called the backside of the crease from Orleman. I thought maybe we would get an interference call as Bo Columbus ran over Sam LeClaire. But regardless, we're back to Jamison doing his thing. Randy Stotts on the crease. Shot just goes wide. Shane Jackson will chase it down towards the outside boards. Shot coming back, called for a crease violation, and Jackson tried to set up Larson Sundown, who, if not the story of game number 2, could argue that it was Orleman, as hot and solid as he was last time the series was in this building. It was Sundown with a pair of late goals, giving that 7-5 victory to the Chiefs. Hard contact there against the boards, and down went Buck, but quickly back upright. Gets the ball here, bounced right at him, and then shot filled in. Hendricks got knocked off his feet. Rough and tumble offensive set there for the New Tech Cobourg Kodiaks. They're still trying to sort it out behind the play, with Bomberry going over to Thompson. Shot just wide, misses the mark. And a Chiefs player, Sundown, down through the middle. And now Curtis Romanchuk drawing 2 defenders in transition. His shot off the right arm of Jamison. Cole came over and lit up Niall Sear. Rowan Kelly, the benefactor, past the halfway mark of this first period. Pair of goals for the Chiefs. They lead 2-0. Also lead the series 2-1. Ball to the far side. Moyer couldn't catch it clean, and then swarmed by Brad Cree. Chiefs are just going to wait the shot clock out. And it will sound. Thought we were going to get a goalie water break. Not as hot or humid as it was in game number 2 here in the Cobourg area. Jackson finds a cutter over the shoulder. Well running through from Randy Stotts. Had it hit the iron. Liam Patton back the other way. He'll go to Aaron Woods. Woods waits for the trailer. Him and Hanrahan play catch. Now they go to the far side to get Moyer involved. Turning it back to Hunter Agus. Agus, no shot, takes one anyways. And the body of Kellen LeClaire was in the way. Ty Logan to bring it up over center. Austin Stotts briefly lost the ball, takes it back, takes the shot, and that goes wide of everything. Thought we were going to get one of the patented Austin Stotts individual effort goals there, but at the end the ball just bouncing wide. Aaron Woods being double teamed here along the boards. Manages to break away, now passes far side. Moyer, no shot. He's got Tyler Hendricks there trying to open space, and diving through is Moyer. But stepped in the crease before the shot was taken, and there'll be no shot, no goal as we close in on 8 minutes left to go here in our first period. Jackson finds Stotts off the bench. Randy Stotts to Shane Jackson. He'll bring it back down. Jackson looks way up top, and ball off the stick of Taylor Dooley. Dooley's going to go one-on-one back the other way. Taken down, recovers, takes the shot, and we are going to get a penalty. We'll see if it's a penalty shot as it's passed away, and it'll be a trip. Here, thought Dooley may have been out on the clean break, but regardless, the first power play of the game goes to the New Tech Cobourg Kodiaks, who again are coming off a win at the ILA, 9-8 in game number 3. Last time they beat Six Nations was 9-7 in game number 1 of the playoffs last year. That was July 26th. For the previous win, you have to go all the way back to May 26th of 2015 when they were the KW Kodiaks, beating Six Nations 12-5, and could not find, going all the way back to 2007, where Cobourg won back-to-back against Six Nations. So a chance for a historic result here in Baltimore tonight for the New Tech Cobourg Kodiaks, looking to even up this series against Six Nations. Tanner Buck, Aaron Woods playing catch up top. They'll put it in the corner for Moyer. Hendricks with the screen, the shot, and the goal. Aaron Woods takes 14 seconds of power play time to get this one past Jamison, and it starts with a double screen up top. They credit it to Moyer, but I was pretty sure that was Woods. Six Nations bench wanting a too-many men call on the power play. Regardless, Moyer or Woods, it's 2-1 here, as Cobourg will get one back. Stotts picks the corner. And just that quick comes the answer from Randy Stotts, who's coming off a 5-point game, 2 goals, 3 assists in game number 3 out at the ILA. You can see the reaction from Orleman, thought he should have had that. But now 3-1 for the Chiefs with 6:43 to go here in the first. Hendricks near side, that ball bounces away into the stick of Tyson Bell. Is going to take off. He's got Jeremy Thompson with him. Bell keeps. Bomberry trying to catch up. The shot from Bell scores. So a pair of quick goals, the third one tonight. That's led by transition from Six Nations. Have the Chiefs up 4-1. Goals 30 seconds apart. Right after Cobourg got themselves on the board. .6:14 to go with 4 different goal scorers now for Six Nations. So far, it's been throughout the series 1 or 2 players having a big night to kind of lead the way, but scoring by committee here in game number 4. Thompson to the outside. He'll cut back. Looking to find Randy Stotts. Larson Sundown a couple side steps before he sends it in on Orleman. Made the save as he got caught up in his leg pad. Again, Cobourg taking the majority of that 8 count to get up over center. Moyer has it, gives to Woods. The cutter was Hanrahan, but ran through the crease, and now it'll be Six Nations the other way. Jamison. Already with a goal here tonight, goes to Bomberry. Quick stick shot. Orleman saved it. Bomberry collects the rebound. Jamison to the far side, intercepted, and Stotts having a word with Niall Sear. After the play, Steve Toll wanted a penalty on Stotts. And Bomberry will turn it back up the other way. Has Tim Edwards with him on his wrong side. Still takes the shot, does Edwards. And Orleman there to make the save. Lyle Thompson will chase down and grab the rebound as we've got under 5 minutes to play here in the first period. 3-goal lead for Six Nations. Shane Jackson elects not to shoot. He'll pass to the far side. Lyle Thompson walks in and scores. The league MVP makes it look so easy. Sundown putting in work up top. Clearing out a few defenders. He'll go back after Bo Columbus to try and do the same thing, and that keeps defenders high and away from the crease. As Shane Jackson picks up his second assist of the game. Thompson. That time they took the angle away. Stotts winds and fires. It bounces off a defender in front, but he'll pick it back up off the glass. Lowers his shoulder into the crease defender, and Patton will shove him down to the floor and get called for a penalty. A slash with Stotts on the ground. Patton doesn't like the call. We'll get another look. Stotts did well initially to stay out of the crease. That's okay there, but then, I don't know, man. He's got the ball. First Six Nations power play. Cobourg scored on the only other opportunity of the game. Their lone goal so far. Under 4 to play in the period. Jamison. They work it all the way around the horn. All 5 have touched it now. Stotts scores. Takes 12 seconds. Screen in front by Jamison. Opens the shot from Stotts, and you can see the ball move around. And we're going to get a goaltending change here. Orleman has been so strong here throughout the series, replaced by Jackson Brown. Did come in game number 1. But already 6-1 here in the first. Move is made. Let's go to Jackson Brown here, perhaps for the final 3:45 of the first period. Jeremy Thompson going to test him early. Jamison off the crossbar from the clean face-off win from Thompson. Liam LeClaire. Up top for Sundown. Jamison looks off the pass, tried to go far side. That hit a body in front. And they're bumping and banging in front of the crease, trying to keep Sundown out of the mix. Jonah Bohm brings it across center. Now to the outside for Aaron Woods. Off the bench is Buck. He'll find Moyer. Can't return the pass for Hendricks. Popping out the top is Aaron Woods. His sidearm shot finds its way into Jamison. Biles and Hunter Agus, a few words for each other. Jackson has the ball at center. He'll bounce it over to league MVP Lyle Thompson. Already a pair of points in the period for Thompson, and not happy with just two. Give him another goal, and this one's a pretty one. Nothing that Brown can do here. Behind the back pass from Stotts. And Thompson shrugs off his man, takes a few steps inward, and a number of fakes to put it in behind Jackson Brown. Thompson, very reminiscent of the goal he scored the first time. Taylor Dooley will corral the face-off, though. They give an assist to Jackson. You got 4 points now off the 7 goals. The far side, Hendricks walks in and pushes the ball in the direction of Jamison. Where is the ball? Late in the 8 count, Brad Cree just reaches over the line. Probably had a couple seconds to spare, but not much. Here's Jamison. Finds the trailer and Randy Stotts. He's going to walk in and take a shot that ends up going wide. He ran through the crease after the fact. So Bohm will play it up to Liam Patton. We're inside the 2-minute warning here in period number 1. A big period for Six Nations. 7-1 the lead already. Woods trying to return the pass for Buck. It was too low for him to catch cleanly. Got Kyle Rubish all over him. Rubish did not play in game number 3. Was in the lineup back here for game 2. He subs in for Eric Fennell. Kellen LeClaire. Back for Thompson. Cutting in is Austin Stotts. Lowers his shoulder. Colliding hard with Owen Downs. Stotts still with it. Up top, Thompson outside shot. Shoulder save made by Brown, and Thompson had the stick knocked out of his hands. Rebound rolls right to Ethan Riggs. It was Sear that knocked it free. Riggs is going to run in. And the shot goes wide and then bounces up and out of play with 40.5 seconds to go. Both teams have 2 timeouts. They can take whenever they want, 1 per period. The Chiefs are likely going to take this shot clock all the way down. See if they can get Cobourg to burn one of those. Stotts over the shoulder. Not sure if that was a shot or if he was looking for Jackson in the corner. Cody Jamison found Sundown, who then turned and fired off the end boards. Brown getting the call to the bench. No timeout taken just yet from the Cobourg bench. They're going to play it through with Woods. Into the trailer, quick stick. Hunter Agus on the near side of the crease. Couldn't get it in on Jamison, and what a period for the Six Nation Chiefs. They lead 7-1 from 6 different goal scorers. Lyle Thompson with a pair already as Six Nations tries to take a stranglehold on this series. You're watching a JVI Sports Network presentation of ViewTech Cobourg Cougars playoff lacrosse. We'll be back to Baltimore shortly. Welcome back to game number 4 between the ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks and the Six Nation Chiefs. Here's action from the first period, and you're going to see a lot of teal and white in these highlights. The first 3 goals coming in transition for the Chiefs. They end up with 7 here in the period. That was Cole getting the first one. And then back down the other way, Jamison. Not necessarily known for transition for Cody Jamison, but over the years, he's put many a goal in the back of the MSL net. Moyer trying to score there. Did get it in, but the crease violation was the call to take the first goal away from the Cobourg. They would keep pressuring, though. Drawing a penalty on that play right there, and then their power play goes to work. Couple high screens opening the shot for Moyer. And he would get his revenge there on the power play. That the only goal of the period, however, for the home side, as the Chiefs would go right back to work. Goal from Randy Stotts, and then 30 seconds later, Tyson Bell in transition. This is maybe not what Jamison does, but that's what Tyson Bell has made a career of doing. You can see Orleman still in the net. He'll be in for this one from Lyle Thompson, who cuts through and scores. He would do that again later on in the period. Austin Stotts, bit of a power move here, going to draw a penalty. I still don't really know about that one against Patton, but it does open up the power play goal that's going to chase Orleman, who has been dynamite in this series. That goal from Stotts, the bench of Cobourg did not like it. Here comes Lyle Thompson. This is why he's one of the best on the planet. Look at the pass from Randy Stotts to set that up against Jackson Brown. Gives us the score of 7-1 after the first period here in game number 4. Six Nations trying to put a stranglehold on this best-of-7 series. Game number 5, by the way, at the ILA on Thursday night. That's August the 10th at 8 p.m. if required. Back here Sunday, August the 13th at 6 p.m. Teams will switch sides. It'll be ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks going left to right and away from Jackson Brown, who remains in the net down to our left. Now for Cobourg, and who lose that face-off. Brown not sure where the shot went after it hit him. Went to the outside boards. Liam Patton backing away from Tyson Bell. He'll find Hendricks off the bench. Hendricks finding his man. This one will skip off the end boards and up into the crowd, right in the lap of an unsuspecting fan, walking right by the glass there. Stotts has it in the corner. That's Austin shoving in front to Shane Jackson. And Jackson, who had 4 points in that first period, adds his first goal. And make it 8-1, 43 seconds here into the period. I think Stotts was trying to find his brother Randy, but Shane Jackson almost got in the way, and that may have surprised Jackson Brown and the Cobourg defenders. As it goes in the back of the net for an 8-1 lead now for the Chiefs. Put together a 10-1 second period in game number 1 where they won 15-3. Liam LeClaire secures this face-off. He'll give back to Lyle Thompson. Jamison in the corner for Jackson. Shane Jackson cuts the corner, twist shot. Jackson Brown stumbling backwards. Not sure who might have got a piece of him. But regardless, kept the ball in front. Here's Moyer. Carson Moyer, outside shot, puts Doug Jamison down to his knees to make the save. Biles puts the ball outside. Larson Sundown. He'll leave it for Austin Stotts. Now to brother Randy. Off the boards there. On the run was Sam LeClaire. His sidearm shot found Brown. And then the Chiefs called for in the crease. Darren Newborough will bring it up this time for Hendricks. Shot clocks aren't synced up. We'll use the one in behind, which is ticking down to 12 seconds now. Moot point as the ball will touch Jamison. Now they both tick properly as Tim Edwards headed out in transition. Edwards still with it. Waiting for the change to happen at the bench. Austin Stotts to Bomberry. Thompson will set a screen in front of him. His shot looked like it may have hit the rafters. Comes back down into Bomberry, who still gets the shot away. And Lyle Thompson has it. I was pretty sure that one hit the roof here at Baltimore Arena, but they allowed play to continue. Bomberry, Stotts in the corner for Cody Jamison. A double screen. That's not to shoot around it. Passes out to Lyle Thompson, and now that ball that went sky high will become a moot point with Cobourg carrying it out the other way. Can't do anything with it though as the pass to Jonah Bohm ends up in the corner. He's triple teamed. Dug out by Kyle Rubish, multiple time top defensive player of the year winner in the National Lacrosse League. Finding Tyson Bell. Sam LeClaire shoots past the screen. Little skip shot that Brown had a bit of trouble with. Picks it up and gives to Curtis Conley, but already 3 Chiefs defenders back in their own zone to take transition away. Looking for Moyer was Tanner Buck that intercepted the pass and rang it off the post. Here comes Moyer. Back to the far side. Buck loading up a shot and releases it, and it's in on Jamison. Rebound recovered by Hunter Agus. Third phase of this offensive set, and Agus goes down in the corner. We'll get a roughing call here against the Chiefs, the second power play of the night for the ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks. Been on the power play for 16 seconds so far. That's where Moyer rolled over the top of his man to score. A double screen with Tanner Buck and Aaron Woods on the near side. Moyer will be down in the corner. Hendricks finds him now as they work it back through the right side. It's Buck up top for Hendricks. All 5 touching it early. The shot comes from Hendricks. Jamison makes the save. Cree with the rebound. Bouncing it up. Trying to catch up to Jeremy Thompson. It took a funny hop and ended up in the stick of Tyson Bell. Bell's defender Newborough lost his stick. So now Owen down trying to win possession back. All of this on the Chiefs clock, it looks like. So Lyle Thompson only a couple seconds to do something with it. Takes a shot and it doesn't get into Brown in time. Here comes Hendricks. And Moyer in the corner. Now everybody touches it. Conley back down to Woods. Buck setting the screen. Here's Hendricks. Long shot coming from Woods, and Jamison makes the save, and now a pair of Chiefs break out in transition. Tim Edwards, his shot just wide, and this one's going to bounce up and go out of play. 45 seconds to go in the Cobourg man advantage. Which they've been very good on here in the series. Buck up top. There's Hendricks. Call for the play as the shot clock hits down to 10. They get to Buck in front. That opened Moyer, who was wide open. His shot goes off the crossbar. He was filled in afterwards. Jeremy Thompson. Moyer going to the bench slowly. Going to shrug off the trainer, however. Thompson to Jamison, and that probably be the last possession for Cobourg on their power play as we do indeed go back 5-on-5. Austin Stotts trying to power his way into the net. Did get past Holden Lowe's, who was posturing up, and Stotts went through the crease, as did his shot, so possession back to Cobourg. Woods. Back to the near side now in the stick of Tanner Buck. He wants to shoot, takes it, going low on Jamison, and 5-hole was taken away. Tyson Bell leading transition again. Fakes the pass, takes it himself, tries to twist it past the stick side there of Brown, who got enough on the shot to send it out wide. Tyson Bell trying to have a big game in transition. Been in and out of the lineup so far in this series. Perhaps making a case to stay there. Here comes Carson Moyer. Moyer dives through the crease and scores. Pair of goals for the Kodiaks and a pair of goals for Carson Moyer. We'll have to watch this crease dive. Remember, here in the summer game, it's a cylinder rule. I don't even know if that one would hold up in the National Lacrosse League, to be quite honest with you, but it does here with an 8-2, the deficit for the Kodiaks. And Carson Moyer has both of them. Moyer not even one of the top scorers for the Kodiaks in that 9-8 victory. Did have a pair of goals in game number 2 in this building. Sundown off the bench, finds the Claire near side. Back for Jackson. In the corner, Jamison. Cody Jamison will just kind of pass it over top of everybody looking for LeClaire. This will be back-to-back shot clock violations for the Chiefs offense. 12:17 to go in the second period. So far, just a goal per side, but it is a 6-goal lead here for Six Nations. Outside shot from Hendricks. In the padding of Jamison. Ty Logan. We'll leave it for Bomberry. Randy Stotts. Back for Austin, that shot. Stumbled Brown, it looked like. See, took a step forward. He motions to the official that he's okay. And Austin Stotts will take it over the top. Here's Bomberry. Austin, Randy, Brendan Bomberry, Doug Jamison, and Warren Hill. Number of players who played together all the way from junior all the way up. At one point winning 6 straight national championships, the combination of Austin Stotts and Doug Jamison. Moyer dancing around. That shot into the feet of Jamison before it bounced up and away, and Bomberry will pick it up and head out. Bomberry actually played the better part of 6 Junior A seasons, getting called up as a 16-year-old. Jamison. Cross now for Thompson. LeClaire shrugged off his man who fell. Thompson will get another opportunity. Spins and fires. Another one late in the clock. And another one where the shot clock is going to sound. That's 3 already in the period. As the Kodiaks defense starts to dig in a little bit here. Tanner Buck out to the far side. And I don't know what it is about defenses led by Steve Toll, but they are absolute magic. Austin Stotts wanted to take off after that ball. It'll be an over and back violation against Cobourg. Didn't want to jump out early. And I think behind the play we may have offsetting penalties. No, just one. Tyson Bell can get called for a slash. So Cobourg's power play going back to work, 1 for 2 so far on the evening. Keep your eye on the hot hand, number 19 in Moyer. Red flash on the black shoes, red flash on the black gloves as well. He'll take up residence on the near crease side. This is Tanner Buck you're looking at now, who will start off. Up top with the ball. You asked Jamison if he's good to go. He said yes, and third power play of the game for Cobourg underway. Big high step there from Woods. No shot comes as him and Buck continue to play catch. Conley out of the corner. They look for Moyer for the quick stick and took the shot without catching the ball. Buck now, wrong side, doesn't matter. I think this errant ball kind of lulls everyone into a bit of a mode. No one expecting the shot to come from Buck, especially from his wrong side. And Moyer has 3 points on the 3 goals that have been scored so far for Cobourg this evening. Tyler Hendricks also getting an assist on the second power play goal of the night for Cobourg. Now 2 for 3. Rowan Kelly stops up and spins away from pressure. Did have a goal and an assist in transition the other night as you look over to the bench and Hendricks getting some attention from the training staff. Here's Buck in the corner from Moyer. His shot around a screen bounces wide off the end boards and too far for Hendricks to pick up. So it'll go the length of the ice. Shot from the outside, bounces in, and Brown there to make the save. Ball will be chugged up the near side by Jonah Bohm. Bohm still with it. Spins away from high pressure from Jeremy Thompson. Hendricks is back out there. A long shot from Moyer hits off the screen and comes back. Brad Cree spins away from his man and took it to the crease, but a late check knocked it out of the stick. Patton in transition. Big hit there. Conley goes down. I think coming over to apologize was Taylor Biles. Watch this on the left side of your screen. Biles just runs over Conley, and we'll see. Well, they're going to send Liam LeClaire off. Officials are talking about it. Interference for sure. If not more, Hiltz will go and report a roughing call. So I wonder if that'll be a 5. Did have a couple majors in last game. And Steve Toll wants to know why that's only a deuce. A couple of the members of the coaching staff want to know why there's only 2 on the board. as we get the wipe down. This team can't take very many more injuries. Caitlin McQuaig, trainer of this Cobourg staff, has been pretty busy throughout this series. Here's Hendricks. Low pass far side. Buck recovers. Shot off of the net and up out of play. We reset Hanrahan. Working it through Woods. Hendricks taking top spot this time. It's Buck and Moyer. No surprise there. Pass knocked down by Cree. Hendricks through the middle over the shoulder. Play here. Moyer dug it out. Hendricks couldn't accept the pass, and now Cree will wait out the shot clock. Fourth power play chance for Cobourg. Again, 2 for 3 coming into this opportunity. It's where they've scored the majority of their goals tonight. Haven't seen Curtis Conley back on the floor yet. He's taking that big hit. Ball to the outside in the stick of Randy Stotts. Had the right side of the net. And now Austin picking up the rebound up top in a fresh 30 seconds here for Six Nations. Randy just missed from the outside shot though. Can take the penalty time down to about 22 seconds. Jamison cutting off the bench, returns it back near side for Jackson. And now 20 seconds left in the Cobourg's power play. They'll use one of their timeouts. Just a chance to once again thank View Tech Windows and Doors for helping support these JVI Sportsnet playoff broadcasts of View Tech, Cobourg Kodiaks Lacrosse. For more information, visit norwoodwindows.ca. View Tech Windows and Doors at 329 Church Street in Brantford. .19 seconds left on this Cobourg power play. They did get the play set up. They'll go with the same attacking unit that they've had out there most of the game. I think it's perhaps the only offensive players that they have here in the lineup tonight. Remember, no Austin Murphy, no Riley Curtis. Curtis had a pair of goals and 4 points in the game number 3 win. Hendricks over the top. Quickly far side, cutting through the middle was Moyer, and Kyle Rubish was there to knock it down. He'll give to Cole, who already has a transition goal on the night, goes for number 2, and Jackson Brown there to make the save. We're going to return to 5-on-5, as this is Conley, who gets it at center, flipped it kind of blindly over his head, looking for Hendricks. And Jeremy Thompson got there first. It's picked out by Tim Edwards, who will then flip it to Tyson Bell. First one off the bench, Cody Jamison. Him and Larson Sundown play catch off the end boards. And Tyson Bell gets an easy bounce. After killing off the penalty, this is the end result, and too easy for Tyson Bell there with the entire side of the net open. Under 6 to play here in the second period. 6-goal advantage. Now for Six Nations. They're up 9-3. Edwards winning the face-off. Or thought he had it. It was still kind of sitting dormant back at the dot, and Curtis Romchuk, one-time draft pick of the Toronto Rock, if I'm not mistaken, getting across to Moyer. Big tie up in front. Tanner Buck getting bounced around. They go back up top for Woods. That never hit Jamison. The second attempt does, right at the tail end of the shot clock. But most of the Cobourg offensive unit was already headed off to the bench. Biles. Bouncer to the far side. Shane Jackson gets it here for Thompson. And they're right out on his hands quickly is Taylor Dooley. Eventually it works through to Brown, who gets a piece of it to reset the shot clock, and now knocked away from LeClaire on the crease. It's been the same 5 offensive unit. Every once in a while, Cole Hanrahan will slot in there for Cobourg, but you can see it's kind of line 1 and 2 for the Chiefs on offense here in this game, as they can mix and match. LeClaire's shot hits off the back of the high defender, Rowan Kelly, I think, who ends up heading off to the bench on the shot clock violation. Hendricks will give it through Hanrahan, who's out there now. Moyer. Hanrahan and Hendricks. Shot looking stick side on Jamison. Wasn't really there in the first place, but then as he stepped forward, definitely took all angles away. Liam LeClaire. Randy Stotts. Quickly back down in the corner for Jackson, trying to feed Stotts, who's cutting through. Had a defender all over him, though, and now that defender, Niall Sear, just going to hold up, and it's back-to-back shot clock violations for the second time this period, 5th time overall that the defense has called this 30-second violation against the Chiefs here tonight in this period. Here's Hendricks. Player fell in front. Brad Cree goes down. Meanwhile, the shot's in the back of the net. Cree gets up slowly. Hold your breath, Rock fans. As he got tripped up, and Hendricks used the open floor to his advantage to walk in, pick up the ball, and score. Woods and Agus will pick up assists on the 4th Cobourg goal, and I mean, they're still just within 5 here. They can get a couple stops, which they've been doing on defense. Just sort of seems like, I mean, the offense is no comparison in this series. Penalty's going to come up to Liam LeClaire, who got a piece of Tanner Buck, 23 on 23 crime. Buck trying to find Hanrahan cutting through, and it'll be the cross-checking penalty against Liam LeClaire. And the 5th power play of the game for the Cobourg Kodiaks. Offense is, as I was saying, no comparison. I mean, it's a who's who running out there, whether it's the first or second offensive line of the Chiefs. When you compare it to the Kodiaks, who get no rest. But their defense has stepped up. You could argue that Orleman, in games 2 and 3, perhaps not this evening and not in game number 1, but stole most of the series. But then you factor in that, you know, the confidence to go Doug Jamison back and forth with Warren Hill. Take nothing away from Jackson Brown, but just gives enough of a chance for enough of your players to get enough of a rest and a breath here in summer lacrosse. A lot of play time after you've been playing Some of these players a long time into the winter season. As Brown will come out and make the save. In a lot of hot arenas. Bit of a hidden ball play that the Chiefs were all over here from the Kodiaks. Kellen LeClaire ate all of that shot, and he's on the limp. As then Hanrahan goes right after him for a dive and gets called for the crease. Keep an eye on LeClaire as he goes off to the bench here and immediately doubles over after blocking that shot clean. Down to a minute and a half. Cobourg already took their time out for this period. Six Nations have both of theirs in the bank. Still 35 seconds left, though, on the Kodiaks man advantage. Spinning off pressure is Bomberry. Goes and takes the shot off the face mask of Jackson Brown, who had the thumbs up for the official long before he ever asked. Rowan Kelly out to the outside. Members of the Northumberland Nemesis getting ready to take their turn on the floor, which comes up here every intermission. As we hit the final minute of play here in the second. Under 10 to go on the power play. Moyer up top, low shot there. A bunch of sticks go flying out of the way, including one of them from Kyle Rubish as Moyer picks up the loose ball and gets the shot clock violation. That'll bring us back to 5-on-5. Jamison helping with the yard sale down in the Six Nations zone. Quick shot there with about 36 seconds left as the Chiefs try and go a bit of 2 for 1. And the long pass down for Liam Patton, picked up by Jamison, and John Tavares will call his timeout as it's touched by Jamison. Game 5 of this series returns to the ILA on Thursday night. That's August the 10th, an 8 p.m. start. If required, and John Webb thinks it will be, we'll be back here Sunday, August the 13th. Cobourg Kodiaks hosting Six Nations for game number 6 at 6 p.m. And then should it go the distance, it'll be back at the ILA Tuesday, August the 15th, an 8 p.m. start for what would be game number 7. And it has been some time since a first-round series in this league has gone a full 7 games. You can see Steve Toll giving instructions to his defense, including Jonah Bohm. It'll be Lyle Thompson back to get the ball. Austin Stotts is out there along with Randy, Sam LeClaire, Cody Jamison, and Shane Jackson. Those are your 6. We'll take the ball for the final possession of the 27 seconds and change remaining here in the second period. Thompson and Jamison keeping it high, playing catch. A quick peek at the clock. It's down to 10 now. Play is on for Jamison over the top. Down to the quick stick for Austin Stotts. Lyle Thompson, Cody Jamison, Austin Stotts, and the names just keep rolling on the Six Nations offensive side of the ball. What are you going to do with that? $10 for Chiefs. As we go back to the face-off dot, Tim Edwards and Bo Columbus. Columbus was a fantastic draw taker through his junior career. Lost that one there to Edwards, but it's all Chiefs here in game number 4. Not quite over and out, but it is 10-4. Chiefs over Cobourg. This is a JVI Sports Network presentation of UTEC. Cobourg Kodiaks playoff lacrosse. The third period comes your way next. Well, it's been a tight series in the last few games and actually tied the period 3-3 between Cobourg and Six Nations. You see number of transition plays here for Cobourg. Curtis Conley getting it across in the outside shot, and they're bouncing wide. But 3-3 tie in that second period, although still on the heels of a 7-1 first. It's still a big lead for Six Nations, who took a couple penalties in that period, leading to some power play chances and a goal here. Excuse me, that's the save from Jamison, but 2 for 5 now are Cobourg on their power play chances. A 3-point night with 2 goals from Tyler Hendricks so far. 3-point night also for Carson Moyer. He's got one of those power play goals. Tanner Buck with the other. But on the other side of things, a 5-point evening for Shane Jackson with 4 assists. All of those 4 assists coming in the first period. He added a goal in period number 2. Austin Stotts, a 3-point night with 2 goals and an assist. 4 points for Lyle Thompson, 2-2. Cody Jamison, 1-3, and Tyson Bell, pair of goals in transition, has us at the score of 10-4. Not a whole lot that being done here for Tyson Bell. One of the easier goals that he will score in transition. Again, part of his deuce that he's put up in this game. A lot happening on this play before Hendricks puts it in. Brad Cree did come back, did not even miss a shift. As from way outside, Buck down on the crease. Hanrahan got called in the crease on that chance, but again, a much tighter second period than it was in the first when the Chiefs went up 7-1. Our thanks to ViewTech for supporting this JVI Sports Network presentation of ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks Playoff Lacrosse. Final chance there was waved off, and it's 10-4. Again, not quite over and out, but going to need a big offensive period here from the Kodiaks, who started Stephen Orleman in net, who's been solid and perhaps the story throughout this playoffs so far. Had to turn to Jackson Brown in the first period, who remains in the net. Now down to our right for this third period. Hendricks to Moyer. Out of the corner, they go up for Hanrahan. Hard shot off the end boards. Bounce up and across center. Ball started out of the corner. Randy Stotts looking for Shane Jackson. He can't work past the high screen. Thompson. Shot rippled the mesh, but it was off the back of the net. Curtis Romanchuk through Hunter Agus. To the outside, Moyer. Low shot, Buck one more time. Scoots away, and the Chiefs will have it back. Austin Stotts all the way across the floor to brother Randy. Randy gets the screen from LeClaire, back for Austin. He goes around the back to the far side, spinning off pressure. Bomberry puts the ball into the feet of Brown. No initial reset when Liam Patton touched it, so as it's returned to the near side, they get a couple extra seconds. They use all of that to get it up and over center before it's stripped by Jamison. He'll find Cree in transition, taken down and into the end boards, but not before he scores. This is just great half-court pressure from Cody Jamison, and then Brad Cree turns it back up floor in transition Man, how long have we seen that from Brad Cree? Maybe not the finish into the end boards, but transition goal for sure in the opening 2 minutes here of our third and final period. Barring something special happening on the Cobourg side of things. Looks like we've got a slick spot over to the left. Restraining line as they set up this face-off. Josh Hill take care of it himself. Bo Columbus will handle that face-off. As we said earlier, nearly unbeatable in the Junior A bubble at the face-off dot when he played for KW. Kyle Rubish goes over top of his man and they get the penalty. Does Cobourg. They'll go to their 6th power play of the game. Rubish goes off for a hold. Multiple-time Defender of the Year in the National Lacrosse League. Cobourg 2 for 5 coming into the power play here. Hendricks, Moyer. They start playing catch on the left side. Up top is Buck. Woods and Hanrahan are the righties. Cycles through them now. Hanrahan crouching, sneaking towards the crease. As he did that on the near side, Moyer did it on the far, and that's where the shot came from. Here's Logan down floor. Larson Sundown. Up top for Bomberry. They'll play it down the far boards for Liam LeClaire. No outside shot from Bomberry. He gets double teamed. Bucket goes flying off of Ethan Riggs. And Liam Patton took a parting shot and had a few words for the official. Halfway through this Cobourg power play. Buck and Woods, now Hendricks and Woods playing catch. Pass intended for Moyer, got tipped. Then his shot goes wide off the boards. Down to a knee was Buck, couldn't get the shot away before the shot clock. Patrick watches on for T-Bell. Gonna stay up, try and kill off the final 26 seconds of penalty time. Can't do it on this possession unless they get a reset. Lyle Thompson out there to try his hardest. Another one that gets caught up on the back of the net. Cobourg will have one final chance here to improve to what would be 3 for 6 should they score in the next 5 seconds on the power play here tonight. Not going to push it, and Rubish is back out there chasing down Hanrahan. Woods for Moyer. Hendricks has popped out of the pile, wants the shot, takes it, and it was wide, and it's helped the rest of the way down the floor by a swinging stick of Rubish. 2 for 6 is the Futech Cobourg Kodiaks power play tonight. Austin Stotts taking on all comers. Needs a couple whacks as well. Still has it. He goes in towards the crease. Has to walk away from the pressure to do up his chin strap. Shot then comes from the right side. And Brown there to make the save. He's going to walk it up to the top of the fan before bouncing it over center. Hunter Agus. Taken down on the near boards. That popped the ball free, allowing Stotts to gain center. He'll flip to Cole and Jackson as Austin Stotts heads off the floor. Out to the far side. LeClaire running through traffic. Shot off of Brown. Fresh 30 seconds. Already called as Thompson had touched it. Now LeClaire battling with Romanchuk. Ethan Riggs coming in to help out, and he picked up by Darren Newborough. Speaking of players having huge Junior A bubble seasons. How about Ethan Riggs? He then earned himself a draft selection. I believe it was Calgary Roughnecks taking him. Here's Jamison. Down the boards, Jackson. Playing catch, looking for Randy Stotts. That one a little high. Stotts, a big high step. He'll go behind the back to feed a cutting Larson Sundown. Bomberry was going through as well. He'll get the second chance, as will Sundown in the crease. And now Jonah Bohm will run it out. Now Sear just stopped at center and called for the 8-second violation. Jamison will get restarted. And this is part of that, you know, talked about being able to give guys a breather. Extended offensive pressure for Six Nations. Can't say the same thing for Cobourg, at least so far tonight. Lyle Thompson bringing the rebound down. Chiefs are saying there should have been a reset, but meanwhile, Romanchuk has it over center. He shrigs Austin Stotts. They call him to the bench. Here's Agus. To the far side from Moyer. No shot there for Hanrahan. And then Agus got taken down as the pass intended for Hendricks was knocked aside. Cree again waiting for his entire offense to get out there before touching it for the reset. Randy Stotts up top for Jackson, shoots through a crowd. And Brown saw it the entire way. Pierre Newbro. Moyer, now Woods. Far side, Moyer. Shot clock under 10 as the shot comes from Woods. And look out, that hits the official. And they're gonna blow it dead. Josh Hiltz. He got smoked in the National Lacrosse League this season and had to go down, but this one's gonna keep him down. So Josh Hiltz goes off with the trainer. We told you that Kate McKig was busy tonight, and she'll go attend to the official as well. Home staff are always charged with looking at the officials as well. And they'll go to official crew now. Which could be somewhat dangerous the way the last couple games finished, but Shane Jackson's shot, oh, caught Brown unawares, it looked like. He goes down to full splits. And now it's picked up. And Owen Down brings it into attacking territory. He'll give it off to Aaron Woods. Woods' shot is through. And what looks like a nothing play will have a goal on the board. First one of the night for Aaron Woods. I don't think there's any chance that Doug Jamison sees this. A lot of the net is covered, but you can see a lot to the glove side there, open for the majority of that offensive set. And I don't know if Woods even saw that or just turned and fired, but past the screen and past Jamison, and first goal of the period for Cobourg. So again, matched Six Nations in the second, 3-3. Now matching them here, goal each in the third. but coming on the heels of a 7-1 deficit after period number 1. Jamison picks the corner. Not much you can do with that. Our camera angle should have a beautiful shot of where this ball goes. And you can just see the corner is open and ball gets there before the shoulder of Brown. And if anyone's going to find the top corner, it's going to be double 8. Jammer Cody Jamison. Restoring the lead. Seven-goal lead that the Chiefs had before the Woods goal. Tim Edwards wins the face-off there against Liam Patton. Only 7 runners now with the assist to Sam LeClaire. All the offensive players have a point in this game. But only 7 other runners without one on the side of the Chiefs. Randy Stotts will shrug aside his defender. Jackson takes the rebound away from Austin Stotts. It'll drop down in front of Niall Sear. And he'll slow it down for Patton. Halfway mark of this third period, 12-5 in favor of the Chiefs, who lead the series 2-1 on the heels of a Cobourg victory. Kind of got the sense out of that first period that they were done having Cobourg hang on. Although the defense has kept up with them, number of shot clock violations, especially after the goaltending change. Orleman not as strong as he was through game number 2 and 3. Here tonight, LeClaire is going to apologize after putting it in the back of Curtis Conley. It went up and out of play. Rough game for Conley. Saw him get dropped on an interference call earlier in that second period. Larson Sundown can't handle this loose ball. And be chased all the way in, forcing the over and back with Holden Lowe's, who's had a strong defensive game as well, having to deal with Austin Stotts most of the evening. Stotts held scoreless, just 1 assist in game number 3. Returns with a 2-goal, 1-assist performance so far with 9 minutes left to play. And that's after putting 6 goals in game number 1, a 15-3 Six Nations win out at the ILA. Here is Austin Stotts from Brian Cole. Shane Jackson opens the screen and then turns it into a pick and roll with Brown sitting on top of the ball. Bo Columbus gains center now for Agus. Waits for Hanrahan's arrival. Passes to Moyer, far side. Hendricks trying to clear Kyle Rubish out of the way. Jimmy Woods, the most recent Cobourg goal scorer. Getting into the corner for Moyer. Rubish forces him the long way around the crease, and there's no shot available, and 30-second clock will sound. Larson Sundown leaves it for Jamison. He'll pass to the far side. A shot from LeClaire. Brown going east-west in his crease was way out of position, but Sear there to pick up the loose ball. Trying to say he got high-sticked by Bomberry coming across the timeline. Rowan Kelly will step up and shoot. Sidearm shot around a screen. Looked very reminiscent to the one the Woods put in. Here comes Thompson the other way. Big fake and a goal. Hat trick for Lyle Thompson. And they are all pretty. This is first in transition. Although that was the story early on. And oh my. A number of fakes and a number of young kids trying to get their hats out onto the floor, but can't get it past the security netting here at Baltimore Arena. Now they got to decide whose is whose. Tim Edwards, one of those players without a point in this game, but wins the face-off and has been pretty good against Bo Columbus here this evening. Tandem of Columbus and Patton. Shane Jackson goes to Bomberry to the outside. Randy Stotts looking for Austin. It'll be Cole that gets it back towards that face-off area, and now the pass far side. Ball's going to bounce away and does come up over center. Tyson Bell working over Moyer, who was standing over the ball right in front of the Six Nations bench. Hendricks for Woods. On the run, Hanrahan, no shot. They go to Moyer, who does take it. And not a ton of shots coming from the righties, whether it be Woods or Hanrahan here in the game, which has kind of made it pretty easy for Doug Jamieson and the Chiefs offense to guess where the ball is coming from here tonight, resulting in just 5 Cobourg goals. Lyle Thompson filled in as he came over the top. Behind the back, still from Jackson though, and if he found Thompson, there was a quality opportunity there, but it bounced off the defender. Now goes up for Romanchuk. Playing dangerous games near that timeline. Shot comes in on Doug Jamieson. Ball flipped through Edwards into the stick of Cole, and he'll slow it down, although Cole does have a transition goal in the game tonight. Up for Jamieson. Sitting on 6 points unofficially up here in the booth. 2 goals and 4 assists. Ethan Riggs will bring it down, leaving for Hanrahan. Cole Hanrahan up top. Tanner Buck joins the fray. Sets a screen for Moyer. Moyer rips and scores. Carson Moyer completes the hat trick. Funny how the hats aren't flying now, but regardless, number 3 on the night for number 19. I don't know if Brad Cree gets in the way there or not, but either way, it's in the back of the net, 13-6. And again, Cobourg hanging with the Chiefs down the stretch here, except for that big first period. Another face-off win for Edwards. Got a bit of help from his draw line that time. Sundown. Randy Stotts out of the corner. Shot off the shoulder of Brown. Ball goes way high. Brown trying to get it through to anybody. Riggs, too hot to handle. So he went across the floor, and Moyer, no time to get it past the over and back line. Moyer hanging on to it, and the stick knocked out of his hands. Austin. They're saying Cobourg called timeout, but this was going to be Six Nations ball unless they called it before the over and back. So that is going to be the case, that it was timeout was called. That's the last one on that Cobourg bench before the ball was sent across center. Shot clock will start with 21 seconds. Play whistled in, and Hendricks gets it up to Hanrahan. Moyer, now Woods. Back to Buck, to Woods again. He got drilled there by LeClaire. That was Kellen LeClaire that time on the hit, which may have caused the shot to go wide. Austin Stotts looking for a swim move. He wanted a holding call. Gonna get a slash instead, as Conley was right in front of him and took the big chop. Austin still managed to get the shot away into Brown. Just the second power play of the night coming up to the Chiefs. So Cobourg has not gone to the box much here this evening. There was a 4-on-4 set earlier tonight as well. But with 4 minutes left, officials trying to keep a lid on anything that may think about bubbling over. Wide shot bounces up and out of play, especially now that we're down to 2 officials out there on the floor. One of them, by the way, is Chris Williams. Chico's taking 7 years off the floor, he told me. Only been back for a couple months. Some time with family, and due to the fact that there's short officials at the high levels here in Ontario, he was asked to come back on the floor, and Chico Williams making his return to Major Series Lacrosse this season. Hunter Agus. Up to Carson Moyer. Already on the hat trick. We'll see if he's content with that or wants more. Chiefs defense not going to let him have any, and as he was down on the floor, Rubish came in with a big chop, and for the second time today, Kyle Rubish is going to go to the penalty box. That's a somewhat rare statement. But one of the best defenders in the game. .314 left in regulation. That'll do it for the Chiefs power play. They're 1 for 2 now on the night. Rubish's penalty not up on the clock yet, as they work it through Moyer and Hendricks. 4-on-4 set. Tyler Hendricks finds a lane, and that lane led right to the crease, and he couldn't stop his momentum. Here's Cole. Stotts. Slowing things right down. Romanchuk involved on the far side with Randy Stotts. They'll go one-on-one as the ball arrives on seat. Thompson trying to pick him out of the way, and the goal from Stotts as he cuts through the middle. Austin Stotts has a hat trick after going goalless in game number 3. And the Boo Birds are out for number 43. Big pick up top. And Stotts finds his way through. 14-6. Eight-goal lead, the largest it's been for Six Nations tonight. As Cobourg, again, save for that first period, of basically matched the Chiefs goal for goal here. Owen down. From the half wall, gets it up to Hanrahan. Quick peek of the clock. from Woods. Sent it through the middle. Tyson Bell all tangled up with Rowan Kelly, and Kelly couldn't bring it down. Kellen LeClaire. They've credited the goal to Kyle Rubish, who was in the penalty box at the time. Austin Stotts yelling at the timekeeper's box that he got his hat trick taken away from him. Jackson Brown to the bench. I see a penalty coming, and a bit weird with an 8-goal lead, but he's now waved back by Steve Toll as they set up the power play set. This is the 7th power play of the night here for Cobourg. From long range, Buck sends it off the end glass. Just 2 goals to speak of on the man advantage for Cobourg. Here's Austin Stotts. Sitting on a hat trick. Don't worry, Adi, we got it right for you up here in the booth. Got an assist to add with it, and he's going to want to get one more to make it official, I would think. Oh, look out. Thompson, a two-hander into Conley. I don't know what he did to deserve all the attention he's got tonight. But now a two-hander from the league MVP will send Lyle Thompson into the penalty box. And the Kodiaks to their 8th power play. Somehow Curtis Conley becoming public enemy number 1. Just 2 minutes on the board. We're in the final minute of play here. It does look like the Chiefs are going to take a commanding lead, 3-1 here in the series. With game number 5 scheduled for Thursday night at the ILA. That's August the 10th. It will be an 8 p.m. start. Over and back called against the Chiefs. So with 20 seconds left to go, Tanner Buck will bring it across center. We'll see what Cobourg can do here. They've been climbing uphill all game long, able to hang with the Chiefs, save for a goal here or there. But Six Nations rides a strong first period to a game number 4 win, answering the win from Cobourg in game number 3. Director tonight was Chris Main. Our producer for the JVI Sports Network, Gary Morrison. Six Nations Chiefs will win 14-6. On behalf of the ViewTech Cobourg Kodiaks and the JVI Sports Network, I'm Matthew Carrick. Six Nations has a 3-1 lead here in the series.